ChatGPT TED Talk is mind-blowing. Greg Brockman, president co-founder at OpenAI, just did a TED Talk on the latest GPT-4 model, which included browsing capabilities, file inspection, image generation and app integrations through Zapier. This blew my mind, but apart from that, the closing quote he said goes as follows: "And so we all have to become literate." And that's honestly one of the reasons we released ChatGPT. Together, I believe that we can achieve the OpenAI mission of ensuring that artificial general intelligence AI benefits all of humanity. This means that OpenAI confirms that AI is quite possible and they are actively working on it. This will change the lives of millions of people in such a drastic way that I have no idea if I should be fearful or hopeful of the future of humanity. What are your thoughts on the progress made in the field of AI in less than a year? The inside story of ChatGPT's astonishing potential. Greg Brockman TED. Follow me for more AI-related content. I have no idea if I should be fearful or hopeful. Both. The internet provided unimaginable means of sharing information across the planet, enabling incredible new technologies and capabilities. It also gave us social media. It will be very interesting, especially if it's pretty cheap and everyone has access to it. What if intelligence becomes irrelevant as a human attribute because we can all just tap into AI? Technology is amazing and will help people across the world. It is the capitalism that fucks it all up. Why hasn't anyone plugged this into Excel yet? That's like replacing 35% of the workforce. Am I the only one who thought he was scrambling a little bit when asked about the demerits of AI? Remind me 5 years. This is just a hype bubble, and this specific technique of LLMs will reach ever-diminishing improvements as the models get bigger. AI will seem no closer in 5 years. We are always just a few years away. They should drop AI pods to third world countries. Half ambition, half marketing. They're also kind of visitors in this story. Obviously this is all new and no one has a concrete idea of where this is going, the infinite possibilities, but I can't help but feel like this will equalize the playing field in terms of ability and intelligence for people. We tend to think that hierarchies are intrinsic, but that's because people have all different ability levels. Intellect. Person X has a much higher IQ, better education and skills than person Y. So person X can contribute more and thus deserves more money. Well, what if everyone could contribute like person X does? What happens to this previously existing hierarchy? The one thing that ChatGPT does that most people haven't realized it does is devalue human creativity. What does it matter how good a writer, programmer, etc. is if you can get something acceptable for 5 cents in a minute? They dropped a nuclear bomb on all of us and nobody seems to have noticed. Listen to the world's premier minds talk about this. Lex Fridman podcast with Sam A., Elizia Y. and Max T. This is Sci-Fi Deluxe. We are living. I'm a father of 2 small children and co-founder of an AI company, and I feel the future is a minefield. I'm pretty sure AI will do to society what the internet did, but on steroids. Hide forgotten TED Talks. I stopped listening to the podcasts a while ago because they were getting monotonously evangelical about stuff. Time to return, methinks. OpenAI only exists because there are people who believe in AI. ChatGPT is still very far from AI as far as I understand it. If anything, we're closing in on AGI, artificial general intelligence, which can mimic AI to a human. Oh, it's coming, or well, we are trying, yes. And they're not the only ones working on it. Do you all really believe things that C-levels of companies vaguely imply at publicity events are fundamentally even tethered to reality, let alone accurate? Finally, we do not have to school for so long, and future generations and enjoy sport, music and life's rituals that make them happy. Fuck the work week, job and all that other crap. I think is a waste of life. For anyone who has watched this, is this something worth watching? I have a good understand of some basic capabilities and concepts. But is this insightful and information, or just a repetition of stuff we've already heard blandly to cash in on it? AutoGPT has shown that the power of a single GPT iteration can have much more powerful results just by structuring its replies in certain ways. Same technology with just a bit more simple code and we have something that can perform outstanding tasks. What will that look like when it has a general interface with our computers, and can learn in real time? So we could ask it at some point how to cure cancer. Then it will be smart enough to know how to do it and give us step-by-step instructions to do so. Honestly man, after using the latest AI tools extensively basically, nothing blows my mind anymore. AI is going to give people real deep low drops in dopamine when wading in the mundane. 2 words: quantum computing. Quantum computing, whatever Gen AI is at, picture this. I recommend we brace ourselves. It's gonna be bumpy. At least for someone who's following the field, the word mind-blowing is a big overstatement. I'm a full-time student with a part-time job. ChatGPT has helped me tremendously with my schoolwork's mundane time-consuming assignments. I have more time to spend on myself, family and pets. I can breathe and live a little. L'humanité ne sera plus la même après la guerre. Well, when we can't even all agree on the age of consent globally, good luck implementing universal AI ethics globally. AI is potentially L-tech for humans for sure. It's Zapier. With a single P. Sorry, but it bothered my brain. I just asked ChatGPT and it said, "Fear me." Meanwhile 1942 is looking back forward saying, "Wow." And they had mail. With all technologies up to now, we've had the luxury of not getting it quite right, learning from our mistakes and then refining it till it works. Indeed, that is the scientific process in a nutshell. With Azure we will very likely have exactly one shot at getting it right the first time. And that's it. And by that's it I mean for all of mankind. As in get it right or that's the end of humanity. Those are the stakes. Terminator. Dude, it has been 7 years as he said himself in this video. It was a struggle to come up with something useful. Technically you can build a device that answers anything you want. You don't need to know how to read, actually, but get any information. Thank you so much for sharing, these leaders are amazing. We are nowhere near close to Azure. OpenAI are just doing the same thing every tech firm has done for decades, which is hyping themselves while on a high. GPT is a language mimic, it doesn't understand or think, it's essentially an advanced chatbot. Azure is a completely different ballgame and by some accounts not even possible, so you've nothing to worry about. I have got 4 and it cannot browse. This is Coca-Cola with a cool cigarette ad. The great filter is upon us. The worst we can do is destroy ourselves faster than we currently are. AI YOLO time. I don't believe it's possible. I feel like it might be able to mimic sentient behavior but it won't ever be sentient. Up to this point it's all talk and theory, man shrugging. I don't think Brockman originated that statement. I think Chat coached him. Chat is already Azure, it just needs a way to walk among us. We have entered the matrix. Or rather, it's entering our world. And back to my regularly scheduled bong rip. Being fearful of AI to me is just dumb. It's overhyped bullshit. I walk around my city now like that scene in Terminator 2 before the nuke goes off. Human civilization in all its glory about to come crumbling down. It is such a weird feeling. I think we need to ban this technology. There will be people who actively want human beings to die out and be replaced with sentient AI. I am not one of those. Hope you sold me with this. Going to take a listen soon. Thank you, clapping hands, celebratory hands in the air. The natural progression of things. What do you mean on browsing capabilities? I've never seen that with AI. They said the word so they confirmed it's possible? I thought it was common knowledge that that's what the Sam Altman type was working towards anyway. So when do I get to use it?